Students watching, boys and girls in our classroom, let's begin our arithmetic lesson by standing, and we'll sing our song, Visit the Animals That Live in the Zoo.
We'll visit the animals that live in the zoo. Zebra, gorilla, giraffe, kangaroo, elephant and monkey, alligator, bear, lion and tiger and yak will be there. Antelope and buffalo, panda, bear too. God made all the animals that live in the zoo.
Wonderful job. Let's stay standing and we are ready to count right away. We're going to begin with this number, which is what number? Boys watching. And what number do you see, Victoria? And we're going to count all the way to this number, which is what number, girls watching? And check their answer, Emery.
50.
Let's do it. Let's start at 30. We'll count by ones until 50. Here we go.
30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49,
50. Wonderful. You can have a seat. When I count forward, does my number get bigger or smaller, students watching? And check their answer for us, Titus.
Big.
It is. It's going to get bigger because I'm counting forward. Now, I'm ready for some people who really know all about numbers to help me on my board, because I'm going to begin with certain numbers and I want you to count the numbers that come next. So why don't we start out right here with Hayden. Hayden, you come do right here our hippo. Over here is our gorilla. Why don't we have Aria come do our gorilla? Here's our lion. Emery, come do our lion. And Ava, why don't you finish up with our elephant? Just tell me the number that comes next. There's two blanks, so give me the next two numbers. While they're doing that, let's come over here, and students watching, you be ready to help us with this. In fact, students watching, you answer right along with those in the classroom. Tell me the number that you see, Victoria.
58.
What comes right after 58?
It's 59.
She said it. So say it again, Victoria.
59.
That's it. When I count, I'll count 58, and then I'll count the number 59. Let's go to this number here. Kobe, tell us the number. Students watching, answer with Kobe. He's thinking. Did you get it yet, students watching? Kobe, why don't we come over here and we're going to look at our counting chart. I'm going to show you the same number that's on my screen, and let's see if that helps you. Students watching, did you know the number that Kobe has? This is your number. Kobe, what number do you see right here? That's it. Say it a little louder.
17.
Yes, when we have a 1 in the tens place and a 7 in the ones place, the number is 17. What do I count right after 17?
18.
That's it. What does 18 look like, Kobe?
1 and an 8.
You got it. So we have a 1 and a 7 for 17, and then we have a 1 and an 8 for 18 because it comes right next. Let's go to this number here. Trey, tell me the number you see. Oh, he got the hard one. Students watching, help Trey. What comes after 99, Trey?
100.
Good. How did you know?
99. And if you have 99, it's 100.
That's right. We count one more to get to the number 100. Tanner, help me with this number. After 29?
30.
30 is it. Almost got him, but he thought about it because I count 30 after 29. Aslan has this number. What's my number?
44.
After 44, students watching, answer first. All right, they got it. Your turn, Aslan.
45.
That's it. I count 44 and then 45. Go to this number for us, Emery.
49.
Careful. Start with the tens place.
94.
Yes. What comes after 94?
95.
That's it. I count 94, then I count 95. Benjamin, let's go to this one.
34.
After 34 is?
35.
How did you know?
Because it's just one more.
That's it. It's one more. I count the next number. Let's come over to our board and let's see how our workers did on the board. First of all, I see some neat numbers. Good job with our workers doing that. Let's check Hayden's answers first. So Aslan, start with her number on her hippo and then count going across.
10, 11, 12.
And do you agree?
Yes.
I do. If we come up here to our counting chart, we can see here's 10. The next number is 11, and then I count 12 because I'm counting by ones. I'm counting in order. Let's go to our gorilla. That was the work that was done by Titus. Benjamin, check Titus's work.
19, 20, 21.
Good job. And do you agree with Titus's work?
Yes.
I do too. Titus, good for you. Now, students watching, notice what happened with Titus. Titus started to go backward, but then he remembered, I've got to go forward. So all he did, he made a neat X. He fixed it. You got the right answer. Titus, I'm so glad you fixed your work and came up with the right answer. Let's go on to our lion. This is Emery's work. Let's see how Emery did. Tanner?
25, 26, 27.
Do those numbers come in order? They do. So you did a great job counting. Good job. And let's finish up with this last one here. Victoria, check this work here.
40.
Careful. Remember what we say for this number. In fact, I'll show it up here on our chart so you can see where it comes in our counting.
24.
Not 24. This would be 24. It has a 2 in the tens and a 4 in the ones. This has a 1 in the ones place and a 4 in the ones place, or 1 in the tens place and a 4 in the ones place. Do you know this number, students watching? So Victoria, let's do this. What's this number here?
10,
Okay, let's go to 10. What comes next?
11, 20,
Careful. 12.
30, 40,
Careful. I say 10, 11, 12,
30,
13. What is it? 13.
14,
There you go. So here's our number 14. What comes after 14?
14, 15, 16.
And do you agree with the work that Arya did? I do too. Good job, Arya. Got it just right. Students watching, I think that you would have too. Now, in just a moment, we're going to prepare for speed drill. So let's do this. Let's get close to our tables and have your speed drill right in front of you. Remember the directions we use. How are you doing? Are you doing well with these combinations? Are you noticing your plus sign and your minus sign? Let's be ready to do this speed drill. On your marks, pencils in the air. Good. Students watching, you were fast too. Get set. Put your finger at number 4. We're ready to finish up this set of speed drills. Keep those pencils in the air and go.
Check those signs. Remember, if you finish early, go back and check your work. Good, go back and check. Turn to do Emery.
Pencils inside your table. Don't write anything else. Let's be ready to check our work on our speed drills. Students watching, you check right along with us. So take your pointer finger, put it right at the very first row, the very first box. I'm going to check our combinations in this lesson. You'll be ready in future lessons to check right along with us too. Here we go. First one. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 0 plus 1 equals 1. 3 plus 1 equals 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. How'd you do so far? Let's move to the next row. Move that pointer finger. 3 minus 1 equals 2. 5 minus 1 equals 4. 4 minus 1 equals 3. And 2 minus 1 equals 1. Did you catch those takeaways, student watching? I think a lot in our classroom did too. Last two. Move that pointer finger to the last row. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 3 plus 2 equals 5. How did you do? I see a lot of smiles in this classroom, students watching. I see you smiling at me too. Every single lesson we want to do better and better. Now take that paper, turn it to the side with a picture, and let's just scoot that away from us, and you can scoot your chairs back just a little bit as well so we're ready to get back to work with our arithmetic lesson. I'm proud of what we've been able to accomplish with combinations, and we'll keep working on them. Now I'm ready for some help with some story problems. Students watching, you be ready to help us as well. This first story problem is all about Tanner. Tanner wanted to buy some crackers at the zoo. He had 2 cents. His mom gave him 1 more cent. How much money does he have and why? Tanner, why don't you come up to the front and you start to answer this combination. I'm going to read this again. Tanner wanted to buy some crackers at the zoo. You can just grab one of our pens and you can write inside of our boxes. Tanner wanted to buy some crackers at the zoo. He had 2 cents. His mom gave him 1 more cent. How much money does he have and why? Why don't we help Tanner with his combination? What combination should he be writing? Boys watching, answer right along with Trey.
3,
Now that's my answer. What's the combination we need to start with?
2,
Plus
1,
equals?
3.
It does. 2 plus 1 equals 3. How did you know 2 plus 1 equals 3? What is 1 more than 2?
Because if you have 2 and 1 more, then it's 3.
That's correct. And what needs to go right in this box here? Girls watching, tell me the number that should go here. And check their answer for us, Victoria.
3.
3. And Tanner's about to write the number 3. Tanner, why are you writing 3 in this box?
Because 2 plus 1.
That's it. We'll write our answer in our box. And remember, our first box and our last box, we want them to be the same. Love how neatly Tanner is writing while he's writing that 3. Let's come over here and check his combination. Go ahead and tell us again the combination for our story problem. Kobe.
2 plus 1 equals 3.
And our answer is Kobe.
3.
Absolutely right. Good job, Tanner, and good job, Kobe. Let's do another story problem together. I want you to listen to this one. Kobe had 3 pennies saved in his bank. He lost a penny under his bed. How many cents does he have left and why? Kobe, why don't you come up and start to write inside of our story problem boxes? Students watching, what do you think the answer is? Listen again. Kobe had 3 pennies saved in his bank. He lost a penny under his bed. How many cents does he have left and why? Now, did you notice the word left? Left does not mean I'm adding, I'm taking it away. So how many pennies did Kobe start with, Aria?
3.
He did. How many did he lose? What is 3 minus 1?
2.
It is 2. Is it bigger or smaller when I do minus?
Small.
It is smaller. He lost a penny under his bed. So how many did you lose under your bed, Kobe?
1.
So write the number 1. So you had 3. You lost 1. How many pennies do you have left? Good. So write the answer right there. And what is Kobe going to put right here in this box, Benjamin?
2.
Why?
Because it's the answer.
It is because 3 minus 1 equals?
2.
It does equal 2. Good for you. And Kobe, I'm going to let you do something. You step to the side right here. Good. I like how careful you are. Students watching, what do you think? Didn't he do a good job writing on our board? And now you get to erase your good work. So Kobe, you can grab that eraser. Now, we've been talking about taking away. And we know that 3 minus 1 equals 2. But we want to do something. We want to take a chance, or we want to take an opportunity. And let's begin to look at our subtraction combinations as families, just like we did for addition. Now, when we had an addition family, we would say this was the one addition family because our sum or our answer was 1. Over here, right across, we have the opposite, which is subtraction. And for our subtraction family, this is the one subtraction family because I'm taking away from my number 1. Why is this called the 2 subtraction family? Why do you think, Ava?
Because you're taking something away.
That's right. I'm taking away from what number?
Taking away from the 2 number.
That's right. I'm taking away from 2, so it's the 2 subtraction family. Why is this called the 3 subtraction family, Trey?
Because it has 3 cents.
That's right. I'm taking away from 3. We're going to look at this family as well. What family is this, Tanner?
The 4.
How did you know it was 4 subtraction? What am I taking away from?
4.
Yes, I'm taking away from the number 4. Now, before we look at all of these combinations, did you know that we already know most of our subtraction combinations? Let's start with this one. When I take away 0 from a number, does my number change, girls watching? And does my number change, Victoria?
No.
No, it stays the same. What about when I take away 1 from a number? What do? I just do what, Hayden? Do I go forward or backward?
Backward.
I'll go backward 1. So we already know our 1 subtraction family. Again, we know take away 0, it stays the Aslan. Does it change or stay the same?
Stay the same.
That's right, it stays the same. When I take away 1, remember, I'll just go to the backward number. Now this one's a little new, but it isn't very hard at all. Would you tell me this subtraction combination? Read it with Benjamin, boys watching.
2 minus 2 equals 0.
Do you see what just happened, Benjamin? What's happened in this combination?
It took away 2.
That's right, and I started with?
2.
I started with 2. I took away all of it, so what's left?
Nothing.
That's right, nothing or 0. So when I take all of a number away, nothing is left. That one's pretty simple. Now, we know take away 0, our number is the same. I take away 1, then I'm just going to go to the backward number. And what's 3 minus 3, Hayden?
0.
How did you know? Right, and I took everything away, so what's left?
0.
That's it. Everything is taken away, then my answer is 0. So look at this, our first combination to learn. Tell me our first combination we have to learn together, Kobe.
3 minus 2
Equals?
1.
You think we can memorize that? I think so too. Let's come to our 4 subtraction family. Do we already know this combination, students watching? And what do you think, Emery, do we already know it?
No.
Do we know it? 4 minus 0?
Yes.
Because when I take away 0, does my number change?
No.
No, it stays the same. What about this combination? Do we know it, Aslan?
Yes.
Yes, we just go to our backward number. 4 minus 1 equals, Aslan?
3.
Excellent. Oh, go to this one. Do we know this one, girls watching? Titus is shaking his head no. Do we know it, Titus?
No.
No, but can we memorize it? I think so. Why don't you tell me this combination quickly?
4 minus 2 equals 2.
Excellent. I think we can learn that. Go to this one here. Ava, tell me this combination and then tell me, have we learned it already?
No.
We haven't. And what's my combination?
4 minus 3 equals 1.
Okay, we're up to 3 combinations to memorize. Last one here. Tell me this combination, Victoria.
4 minus 4 equals 0.
Do we know that one already? We do, because you take all of the number away and nothing is left. Let's be ready to go over these subtraction facts and show why they're true. Let's come over here to my zoo and tell me, how many zebras do I have in my zoo, students watching? And how many zebras do I have, Titus?
1.
I do. I have 1 zebra on the inside of my zoo. How many zebras are outside of my zoo, Titus?
0.
So 1 minus 0 equals, how many zebras are there in all?
1.
That's it, 1. Come take my zebra and move him outside of the zoo. While he's doing that, students watching and boys and girls in the classroom, let's practice our first combination. I'll say it, you say it after me. 1 minus 0 equals 1.
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 Now let's come back over here to our zoo. I want you to notice my number of zebras have stayed the same. How many zebras do I have, Ava?
1.
I still have 1. Now, how many zebras are outside of the zoo, Ava?
1.
That's it. 1 minus 1 equals, how many are inside of the zoo?
0.
That's it. So 1 minus 1 equals, Ava?
0.
That's it. 1 minus 1 equals 0. 1 minus 1 equals 0.
1 minus 1 equals 0.
1 minus 1 equals 0.
1 minus 1 equals 0.
Let's go to our next combination fact. Now, let's notice how many bears I have. How many bears are in my zoo, Tanner?
2.
2 are correct. So I have a total of 2 bears. How many are outside of my zoo?
0.
So 2 minus 0 equals how many bears inside of my zoo?
2.
2 is it. So 2 minus 0 equals?
2.
Come move 1 bear outside of that zoo and we're going to learn that combination. 2 minus 0 equals 2.
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 All right, now let's look at our combinations again. I have the same number of bears. How many bears do I have, Aslan?
2.
Good, I still have 2. How many are outside of the zoo?
1.
So 2 minus 1 equals, how many are inside?
1.
2 minus 1 equals?
1.
That's it. Move our next bear outside of the zoo, and we'll learn this fact. 2 minus 1 equals 1.
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 Victoria, help us with our next fact. Now, I'm going to move it so we can still see him easily. How many bears do we have, Victoria?
2.
2. How many are outside of the zoo?
2.
So 2 minus 2 equals, how many are inside?
0.
That's it. Let's learn that combination fact. 2 minus 2 equals 0.
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 Let's go back to our zoo, and now we have a different animal. How many giraffes do we have, Benjamin?
3.
3. I have 3 giraffes all in my zoo. How many are outside of the zoo?
0.
And 3 minus 0 equals?
3.
Come move a giraffe, we'll learn that fact. 3 minus 0 equals 3.
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 All right, Emery, how many giraffes do I have in my zoo?
2.
Careful, all of them, all of my giraffes. 3 of them. How many are outside?
1.
How many are inside?
2.
3 minus 1 equals?
2.
That's correct. Move a giraffe, we'll learn that combination. 3 minus 1 equals 2.
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 Now let's go to our next combination fact. How many giraffes do we have, Aria?
3.
How many are outside?
2.
How many are inside?
1.
3 minus 2 equals? How many are inside?
1.
That's right, so 3 minus 2 equals?
1.
It does. Move a giraffe, we'll learn that fact. 3 minus 2 equals 1.
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 Let's go to our next 3 subtraction fact. Trey, help us with us. How many giraffes do I have on my screen? How many are outside?
3.
How many are inside?
0.
3 minus 3 equals?
6.
Oh, careful. How many are inside?
0.
0. So I had 3. I took 3 out. How many are still inside?
0.
So 3 minus 3 equals?
3.
How many are inside?
0.
0 is it. Let's do something, Trey. I'm going to show you exactly that fact. I'm going to come over to Emery's counters. In fact, everyone go ahead and just grab 3 counters, put them in your hand. Students watching, you do this as well. Trey, get 3 counters, put them in your hand. How many counters do you have right now, Trey?
3.
All right, Trey has 3. Do you have 3 students watching? Now, take those 3 counters, put them down. How many counters do you have now, Trey? 3 minus 3 equals?
0.
0 is it? Because I took all of it away. Good job, Trey. I take all of it away. I have nothing left. Let's practice that fact together. 3 minus
3 equals 0.
My turn first. 3 minus 3 equals 0.
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 Let's go to our next family, our 4 family, and this time we've got some hippos. How many hippos do I have on my screen, Victoria?
4.
How many are outside the zoo?
0.
How many are inside?
4.
4 minus 0 equals?
4.
Come move a hippo, we'll learn that fact. 4 minus 0 equals 4.
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 All right, ready for Hayden. Hayden, how many hippos do I have?
3.
Oh, careful, check all of them.
4.
4. How many are outside?
1.
4 minus 1 equals?
3.
Come move a hippo, we'll learn that fact. 4 minus 1 equals 3.
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 Let's go to our next fact. Aslan, how many hippos?
4.
Outside.
2.
So 4 minus 2 equals?
2.
It does. 4 minus 2 is 2. Move a hippo, we'll learn that fact. 4 minus 2 equals 2.
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 Kobe, help us with our next fact. How many hippos?
4
Minus
3
equals
1.
good. Move a hippo outside of our zoo. We'll learn that fact. 4 minus 3 equals 1.
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 All right, we're ready for Trey. Trey, how many hippos?
0.
Careful. All of them. Look all over my screen. I didn't lose any hippos.
4.
Good. How many are outside?
4.
4 minus 4 equals how many are inside?
0.
What's 4 minus 4, Trey?
0.
Got it. I take all of it away. I have nothing left. 4 minus 4 equals 0.
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 Wonderful. Now let's take just a moment and I want us to look at our combination dot cards. We're not going to look at the front. Instead, I want us to look at the back of them because a combination that is a subtraction combination is the opposite of our addition. So notice addition, we had 1 plus 0 equals 1, but when it's subtraction, it's 1 minus 0 equals 1, and then I have 1 minus 1 equals 0. We call these related facts. Now, this is a special combination. Remember, we called this one, it has a double, because it's exactly the same. So notice I just have one addition combination with this dot card, and what is that addition combination, Emery? What do you see?
2
Plus
2
equals
4.
good, and I only have one subtraction combination. It's a double, so it will be 4 minus 2 equals 2. Why don't we look at that combination quickly? So go ahead and put 4 counters in your hand. Students watching, you do that as well. Have 4 counters in your hand, and I'm taking some away. How many am I taking away, girls watching? And how many should I take away, Hayden?
2.
Take away 2. So you had 4, you took away 2. How many counters do you have left, Aria?
2.
What's 4 minus 2?
2.
That's it, 4 minus 2 equals 2. Take your counters, put them down. You can slip them away from you for just a moment. Now, we've been working on our subtraction facts, but now there's something different that I'd like us to look at, and that is on our counting chart. I'm going to take my pointer and go all the way down this column. Do you notice what happened? Did you notice the ones place? As I went down this column, it stayed the same, didn't it? What number is in the ones place for each of these numbers, students watching? And help them out. Ava, what's in the ones place going all the way down for this column?
3, 4, 5, 6.
No, that's the tens place. Let's look at the ones place.
0.
0. I have 0 going all the way down. And Ava, since you're standing, tell me the number I'm pointing to here.
10.
That's it. I'm going to learn or teach you how to count by the number 10. When we count by tens, you're going to notice something. When I count by tens, my ones place stays the same. Only my tens place gets bigger by one number. So let's do this. I'm going to say it. You say it right after me. 10,
10,
20,
20,
30,
30,
40,
40,
50,
50,
60,
60,
70,
70,
80,
80,
90,
90,
100.
100.
Now notice, my ones place stayed the same, only my tens place got one number bigger. Let's stand up. Students watching, you count by tens right along with us. Here we go. 10, 20, 30,
40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
Pause right there. Is it faster to count by tens or ones, boys watching? And how do you think it's faster, tens or ones, Trey? Tens. I count a lot of numbers quickly. Let's count by tens again. 10, 20, 30,
40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
have a seat, and I'm ready for a helper to come over to my screen. You see, I've got a little guy, and he was having so much fun with his balls, but then something happened. He dropped them. They're all out of order. I need someone who can start with the number 10 and get his balls in order all the way to the number 100. Ava, why don't you come up, and Aslan, you come help Ava. You two work together to get those in order. While they're doing that, I need to see if we can count by, what did we learn to count by, students watching? And what is this number? What are we counting by, Aria?
10.
We're counting by tens. Let's count by tens together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Let's do that again. Stand up. We'll start with 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Have a seat. When I count by tens, does my ones place change? Students watching. And let's look at our counting chart. When I count by tens, does my ones place change? Victoria. Here's my ones place. Does it change? No, it stays the same. Only my tens place gets bigger by 1. Let's come over and let's check to see how Ava and Aslan did. Aria, you want to check their work? Girls watching, let's check right along with Aria.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
What do you think? They did a good job. Good job keeping those numbers in order. Now, let's look at things just a little bit differently. Let's see if we can find some groups of tens to be able to find out the number. First, I have a shape here. What shape do you see, Kobe?
Square.
It is a square. I'm going to circle a group of 10 squares. Now, how many groups of 10 squares did I just circle? Titus.
1.
One group of 10 squares. Now, I've got a question for you, Titus. Can I get another group of 10 squares and circle it?
No, because you only have 5.
That's right, I only have 5. What place should that go in, Titus?
The ones.
It should, because I have one group of 10 and I have 5 left over for my ones place. How many squares do I have, Benjamin?
15.
15 is it. Remember, do I want to mix my 10s and 1s together?
No.
No, I don't. I'm going to keep them separate. I have a 1 for the 10s and a 5 for the 1s. Let's go to this next shape. What shape is this, Hayden?
Circle.
It is. I'm going to circle around those circles a group of 10. How many groups of 10 do I have, Victoria? How many?
1.
That's it. I have one group of 10. Victoria, can I circle another group of 10? Why not?
Because there's only 2 more left.
You're right. So which place should that 2 go in?
Go in the green box.
Yes, it's going to go in the green box, which is in the ones place. So how many circles do I have? Girls watching, answer right along with Aria. How many circles do I have? So I have, here's what I have, Aria. I have a 1 in the 10s and a 2 in the 1s. What's my number?
12.
I do. I have 12 circles. Good thinking. Now let's do it a little bit differently. Let's find out with these stars down here. I need a super counter to help me count to 10 to see how many groups of 10 I have. Kobe, I love your eyes. You ready? Count for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, stop right there, Kobe. I've got a group of 10. I've got my circle around it. All right, Kobe, let's count these.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is that a group of 10? No, it isn't. So, Kobe, let's start to answer these questions. How many groups of 10 did I have? Careful. How many circles did I make?
A big.
One big circle, right? So I have one group of 10. Now, how many left over? So how many did we say it wasn't enough?
5.
5 were left over. Good for you. So, Kobe, how many do I have in all? Think. 10s place, 1s place. Students watching, help Kobe with this answer.
15.
That's it. I have exactly 15 because I have a 1 in the 10s and a 5 in the 1s place. Now, maybe you've heard something that says subtract all. If I said 4, take away 4, do you know what my answer is, students watching? And what's my answer, Titus?
0.
That's it. I took all of them away. What if I said 10, take away 10? How many do I have left, Tanner? 0 is it. Prepare for arithmetic. Takeaway is just another way to say subtract. So have that arithmetic paper out and no pencil quite yet. We'll be ready to check the front of our paper. Let's go down to the very bottom of this paper and let's check those animals. How many animals did we have, students watching? And check their answer tray. How many animals did we have at the very bottom?
14.
Oh, not 14 students watching. What did you have? Check his answer for us really fast, Aria.
13.
13 is it. Now take your paper, turn it to the back, and let's start by counting with tens. So have your pencil ready to go. How many bunches do we have at the very beginning? Or what's our first number we should write when we count by tens, Benjamin?
10.
That's right, write 10 in the first box. What comes after 10 by tens, Aslan? I count 10. Once you look right over here, I'm counting by tens, Aslan. I have 10. Good, write 20 in the next box. Remember, when I count by tens, one's place stays the same, only the tens place gets bigger by 1. So 10, 20, Victoria.
30.
Good, write 30. Good, a 3 and then a 0. 10, 20, 30. What comes next, students watching? And what should I write next, Emery?
40.
That's it, write 40. So how many bananas do you see, Benjamin? What's the last number you wrote for bananas?
40.
That's it. Now let's go to the bowling pins. What do I write first, Trey?
10.
Write 10 next to your first group of 10 bowling pins. What comes after 10 by tens, Tanner?
20.
Good, write 20. 10, 20. What comes next, Ava?
30.
Wonderful. 10, 20, 30. What comes after 30, boys watching? And what comes after 30, Aria?
40.
Good. 10, 20, 30, 40. Do the last one by yourself. Good, Benjamin. And Kobe, I count 10, 20, 30, 40.
50.
50 is correct. That's how many bowling pins. Do the grapes all by yourself. Count by tens. Good, Victoria. All right, Victoria, count those grapes for us.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70.
Excellent job, Victoria. Let's go down to number 2. Number 2 says to draw a circle around each group of 10 and answer the questions. Let's start with those pink circles. Find your group of 10 and circle it. How many groups of 10, Ava?
10.
Not 10 groups of 10. How many circles did you make? That's it, one group of 10. So write 1 next to your first question. We have one group of 10. Now, how many do we have left over, Ava?
3.
That's it, write 3 for our second question because we have 3 circles left over. How many are there in all? So Ava, what number did we just write?
13.
13 is correct. Students watching, keep working on this paper with your on-site teacher.